Food security is one of the most pressing issues on the agenda at the COP27 summit in Egypt. Developing countries in particular are having to find solutions to adapt to the impact of climate change on agriculture. In Kenya, farmers will begin using genetically modified maize seeds early next year as the country prepares to commercialise genetically modified crops. The government says the approved varieties have been subject to rigorous safety trials, but some farmers are arguing that it's not the solution to the growing food crisis in the region. The BBC's Richard Kagoe reports.
Eva Wanjiru is a farmer in Kiangwashe in Sagana, central Kenya. She's been practicing organic farming for 7 years now. She does not use pesticides, hybrid seeds and synthetic fertilizer in her 1-acre farm. She's concerned about the government's new policy on GMOs. There's a lot of misinformation and misconceptions that has made farmers worry about adopting GMO crops.
In the 1920s, 1930s, we didn't have diabetes, we never had chronic diseases like the heart diseases, we never had stroke issues. Every now and then people are getting strokes. We never had so many diseases like cancer was not there. But what we eat is what brings about these diseases. And you're making what we eat worse than it already is. So you're bringing in more chronic diseases. So I feel we are killing a generation.
Agriculture is the backbone of Kenya's economy, employing 80% of the rural population. Majority of the agriculture is rain-fed, and most of the farmers are smallholders. This means they rely on their crops not only as a source of income, but also as a source of food for their families. The Horn of Africa is grappling with the most devastating drought in 4 decades. Rains have failed for 5 consecutive seasons, leaving the water sources dry. There's little food for humans and animals. Kenya removed the ban to provide an alternative way of increasing food production and averting recurring famines in future.
We check on all parameters of safety within international standards, and the experience over the last 26 years, there has not been any credible report of effect on human health or animal health or even the environment.
Scientists championing GMO say the technology will reduce Africa's dependence on food imports because it will boost production.
We have had situations where we have had farmers coming, visiting our research materials in the field, and they come out and tell us, where is the seed? We should embrace the technology and see it as a part solution of the challenges that we are facing. What can it offer more than what are the concerns?
A survey conducted by non-governmental organization Route to Food Initiative last year showed that 57% of Kenyans do not welcome GMOs. Kenya is the 8th country in the continent to approve the use of genetically modified foods. Richard Kagoe, BBC.